Oh, right, guys, we've got a big best of 5 grand finals in this weekly North American Cup. We've got a French boy, Team Liquid Club in the top left against the Korean in the bottom right. It's Dark, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, and it is a rare pleasure to have Dark in this cup. He absolutely destroyed Zest 3-0 in his semi-final. Clem just destroyed Solar 3-1 as well in a rather one-sided display also. I mean, this has been absolutely wild. And now we are going to see Clem once again play completely standard. He's going to probably go factory. I don't think he'll get second gas. And he's going to play 3 command center build, as he always does. That drone did slide right past him there. I think Dark getting away with being a little cheeky there. Goes to the extractor trick. Doesn't want to spend the extra minerals on the spore crawler. But he's got to be careful. Oh, I think Clem could have got that. Doesn't want to lose the Reaper, though. 2 spore, a spore trick, an extractor trick, and a Zergling. This is great value, but he should know a queen should come out in a moment, so he should pull out of there. Now, it's got to remember, of course, Clem did open up this mineral patch with his SCV scout. That's part of why his Reaper got in so quickly. He's dancing on the edge there. He wants to get the creep tumor. There's no way. It's too damaged. And of course, that hatchery has already gone down there. And actually, he goes second gas, which tells us he's going to go quick Banshee. And this shows that Clem, respectful of the fact that Dark's a bit of a cheeser. Solar, so predictable. Always plays very, very macro-centric in this matchup. And Clem abused him by just going 3 commands in every game. But look at this. Roach Warren in the back of the base here. So Dark wants to do a very quick Roach Ravager pressure. I'd probably say about 6 or 7 Roaches, a few of which will become Ravagers. No Link Speed or anything like that, of course. But look at this. This Reaper really wants to get vision. Dark, he's about to build 6 Roaches. First 4 queue up, his Overlord does come out, so he's got a bit more supply free now. 5th Roach comes out. I don't think he'll stop at 5. But look how quick he's going. Oh, he's going to go Liberator, actually. Not going for a Banshee. It's going to make defending a little bit harder. And he likes to dive, and he sees a Roach. Well worth losing a Hellion there. And a Marauder starts up. He builds a bunker on the high ground. Now, one could argue you don't actually need the Marauders against this. He's even going to go Concussive. Interesting. Does he keep the Liberator at home, I wonder? Already lots of drones coming out behind this. This is a bit of a Cave Bob build for Dark. Why is it called the Cave Bob, guys? Because it's a bit of a fucking... It's literally a SpongeBob SquarePants equivalent of doing some caveman shit. It's just not the greatest build order if you don't find really big damage with these Roaches. And I think he's going to get a depot and a bit of mining time. I don't think he's going to get much more than that. Liberator will take down this Overlord very slowly, removing the high ground vision. And he's building a 3rd CC on the high ground, but he's going to have to lift that command center up, I think. Yeah, he's got to lift that CC. Ooh, Widowmine. Oh, look at that. Bile comes down. And that Widowmine will dodge. Marine's in the bunker. Marauder is not in the bunker just yet. And Clem's actually taking a lot of damage. This is working out. I think this is completely paying off right now for Dark. Now, if Clem had gone straight Banshee with this build, he'd be in an amazing position. Because this would just have to leave. He'd already be picking off the Ravages. He'd already be continuing mining on the low ground. But as it is, 7 Roaches, he's up 50 drones now. That's awesome for Dark. Wait a second, is it though? Keep in mind, guys, he didn't kill any SCVs. He got 2 Widowmines and a Hellion and a Depot. He didn't supply block him. He didn't stop Clem from building SCVs for very long. He delayed mining. And did he get a worker advantage? Yes, but where's his tech? His lair has only just started. So he doesn't have a lot of money right now. Hellions are already on the left, Liberator on the right. So he's going to do a Liberator on the right. He's got to be careful to make sure he goes past the Spore Crawler, and maybe sieges from here on the back of the minerals would be a bit better. Hellions threatening the left side. Of course, the Barracks are floating over onto their add-ons. One on that reactor. This one is building its own reactor. Double engineering bay on the way. Things not going to line up for super crisp timings for Clem. And he is now down behind 25 workers. If he can't find some counter damage, it's going to be very tricky to get anything really done. And behind this, +1 range does start up, telling us that indeed Dark is sticking with his tried and tested true way of doing it. 1-1 upgrades on the way. Drone does get caught heading out to the 4th. These Hellions being very active. The Liberator hasn't done shit just yet. It's kind of interesting. It's like he's saying, look, I know it's probably not going to do anything. It'll just get biled down, killed by queens. Dark's too good. So Clem's saying, look, that Liberator will have most effect if I can go in with it while my Marines are pushing. So when I get stim, 1-1 upgrades, all this sort of stuff, that's when I can go. Already Hydrogen Infestation Pit on the way. That tells us Dark wants to go quick hive. He wants to go straight to lurkers and vipers here. And for Clem, do you try to push into a player who's so roach heavy? Because Roach Ravager scales very badly to the late game. To attack into it, especially after a bit of a dodgy start, is going to be very questionable. On the other hand, Clem, he attacks into Roach Ravager all the time. Him and Maru both are known for just not giving a shit and attacking into it. And it's why they're so weak against it. It's because they don't play properly against it. on what, you know, the standard accepted practice, if that's a good early game composition, don't take a bad fight into it. That's giving them what they want. Well, Clem and Maru often try to just micro their way through these less mobile compositions and say, don't worry. I think as long as he keeps his tanks at home, I'm okay with it, because this can always pick up and leave. He can just commits to any fight when it's a good idea. But great micro by Dark. Saves his Reddit point Ravager. He's going to try and pick up and move into the main, but Dark is spread across these bases. He's got that hive underway right now in this main. Already about a quarter of the way complete. This drop just kind of looking for an opening wherever he can find it. There's not much anti-air, remember. So just grabs 2 drones, picks up. And this Liberator is rotated down to this base. I love the Liberator rotating there, but because there's Ravagers, he should absolutely pull it back right now. He's going to try and siege up. Drop's going to try and distract. Cancels that, picks it up. Liberator hasn't found anything, though. Another double drop moving down the right side. Armory is on the way. The 2-2 upgrades will be quite delayed here as Clem dances around the map. And he is keeping Dark off mining a 4th base. The question is, does Dark care? Dark is used to being on a smaller economy than his opponent the whole game long and winning through efficiency. He did it to Rogue just last week. I mean, he slayed Rogue in that final game that they played. And Rogue was ahead all game long. But Dark was just way more efficient with that Viper-style composition. You give him Vipers and Lurkers, he's one of the best in the world, is Dark. He makes comebacks all the bloody time. Double drops, just clearing bits of creep, picking away, seeing what he can find. There's a few units over there as well. The creep in the middle is still strong. Liberator hiding on the bottom side, saving that for later. He's got 5 barracks, 2 factories. They're both tech labs. And a 4th command center on the way. He's going to start pushing with siege tanks now as well. Army supply, 40 in advantage of Dark, but a lot of it is in low tier units. So I don't really know how this maps out. The tanks, oh, look at that. The tanks are so far back. I really like that, actually. I think that's really cool from him. And he wants to try and lure the Roach Ravager into the siege tanks. Stayed a little bit long there, did Clem. I don't know about that trade, man. He's going to try and pull back now, but his tanks are in the open. Clem, what are we doing out here, buddy? Oh my god, caught unsieged in the open. He's dead. Oh, he might just be dead, guys. The Banshee over there to the right. He's going to try and siege a tank here. Oh, he's totally caught off guard by this attack from Dark. Dark just goes for an opportunistic Roach Ravager dive, and I talked about how Maru and Clem have the exact same problem. It's why they always lose to Rogue's Roach Ravager in really one-sided displays. They attack into it. And it's just that if you really want Roach Ravager to look good, you attack into it, guys. Especially if the Zerg had a good start, which Dark absolutely did this game. And, oh, random pack of Marines comes back from the double drop. Parasitic Bomb on the medevac. He's going to try and chase down these Ravagers. I guess Clem's not dead yet. Remember, Dark didn't actually kill many workers there. I was kind of talking almost as if it was over. It is 2-2 upgrades versus 1-1. But that'll tie up in a moment. There's still no drones on the 4th minerals. And that's why Clem says, you know what? I actually think I'm okay. I can take a 4th. I can keep just picking away at you with drops. And over time, it's going to be hard for you to keep up. Now, the problem for him is Dark has Vipers and Hydras now out. And those Hydras are going to become Lurkers. And this is where Dark really takes control of the efficiency. Already, efficiency looking not bad for Dark at all. In fact, it's insanely efficient. But because he didn't have the mobility early, he had the supply-heavy Roaches, he didn't have a great economy. Drones coming out to take a base. Workers will kill it. Fourth base is established. Still tanks building 2 at a time here for Clem. Just going to pick that up, fly right past. He says, hey, you don't have any mobile anti-air? I'm gonna make your game an absolute nightmare, dude. And Queens can't really deal with that. A single 8 Marine drop is going to cause problems. Does Clem have enough at home to defend, though? A big army and a lot of tanks down to the left. There's a lot of Lurkers coming in. He's got to lift and run those SCVs to the top. Oh, that command center gets low. The SCVs get wrecked. And a great lurker push here from Dark. He's going to get rid of the second factory as well. Spread a bit too thin across these bases. Clem unable to hang on. He's losing depots there as well. I mean, he is above his supply cap, so that's okay. Ooh, a lot of the bio went across the map. A crazy move for Clem, and he gets punished hard. Oh, Clem. Oh, no scan on the front either. Oh, no, he just gets eradicated by the lurkers. And Dark always doing things which most other Zergs wouldn't. You cannot count on what he's going to do. You can't assume he's not going to do the crazy move because he's Dark, and he absolutely will do it. Dark takes game 1. Rough start to the series there for the young Frenchman. And I think if you're going to do the double gas build, there's a good reason to go Banshees against this opponent. Kind of foolish of him not to start that way. This is Clem. Of course, he wanted the Liberator because Dark in the bottom left. Dragon Phoenix Gaming up against Team Liquid. Dark, he likes to go Ling Bane as well. He'll mix it in. Probably on this map, I would expect it, in fact. I think this map, he'll probably play Ling Bane Muta. So I think Clem doesn't feel as good against Dark going the Banshee there. If he's going Ling Bane Muta, he wanted the Liberator because it's such a flexible, aggressive tool. The way that Liberator can come in from here and just siege out those minerals from so much further back than a Banshee makes a big difference. The bot not being killed by Clem. Dark also not killing the bot in the main base. Both of these guys. Critter friends, man. Look at this little vacuum cleaner, man. This little cleaning bot. Just vacuuming and mopping everything up. Mop it. Mop it, bro. Don't just sit there. Use that mop, son. Didn't it have a little mopping animation before? I swear it did. There we go. There we go. I mean, it does one tiny little bit of cleaning, and 80% of the time it just stands around. Command center going down. SCV will scout across the map and find a very normal setup for the Zerg. Dark pulling 2 off gas very early there. He wants to take a nice quick third base. Double Queen goes down. And Dark sending this drone out just a little late. I'd like to see Overlord before third hatchery, but he's building 6 Zerglings on a giant map. This doesn't really make any sense, but nothing Dark does make sense in the early game. Remember, his build orders are objectively bad. He still hasn't started this third base despite having the resources for it. Now, Clem, of course, is very good with his Reaper. Because this map is so big, there's no need for 6 Zerglings. I think because he's often late on his Queen, because his pool timing is not very tight. That's why he does this, but he still loses a Zergling despite building 6. This kind of shows, man, Dark's openings are a little sloppy. This micro is fantastic, though. Oh! Reaper threatening in there. Doesn't get anything, of course. Clem will go 3CC one more time. Starport coming down there. But second gas goes down. Expect to see those Hellions. Let's make sure he remembers that second Hellion. And he does. Taps it, taps it. And he's rallied that factory out towards his Hellion, his Reaper as well, guys. So he's rallying to his front immediately. No downtime at all on those Hellions. And look at this. He comes on in. Oh, if he bounced that Queen, he might have been able to get it, but he misses her with the grenade. Slowly putting back onto the gas here in the main is Dark. Only 2 on gas right now. I'm surprised he hasn't rallied a third one back on there. I think that's a mistake. As we are getting close to 4 minutes. Single Evo Chamber style coming out for Dark. Now that tells me that Dark's going to probably play Carapace and play Lingbane. I don't know why you'd go such a quick Evo Chamber if you were going to play Roaches. Building 14 Zerglings right now. That's a lot of Zerglings, guys. So he's going to go for a giant Ling run by this game. Now, fortunately for Clem, he's not going for the 2 barrack style. Unfortunately, his Hellions rallied out front. Now, I always tell people when I'm coaching Terrans, don't rally your Hellions out front in your base. Ooh, he sees no drones on the third, which is a little bit of a tell. You always want to rally it up here or even further back. Because if it's out front, when those Zerglings come in, they could surround your Hellion before you react. And Clem has lost games to this before, He's normally fast enough that it doesn't affect him too badly. But look at how many Zerglings there are. Dark goes for a giant surround on these, and he's going to run by while CLEM'S looking elsewhere. And exactly what I talked about. That's why you do not rally your Hellions out front, guys. The SCVs are in trouble. All of his Hellions dying on the map. It's just whatever he can pop out at home. And right now, there was no Hellions building. Where are the other Hellions? Guys, he had no other Hellions in production. Oh, this is a disaster. There's so many Zerglings coming in. His SCVs are trying to fight right now, but that's a lot of damage. And Dark here just goes for the giant Ling run by. We were talking before about how Solar feels. It's just, you can't really get aggression off reliably against Terran. And that's why he plays so standard. But I talked about how that makes your opponent so comfortable. It lets them just sit there and get comfortable. You know who's not letting their opponent get comfortable? Dark! That's right, Dark. The man that gets us excited because he's so bloody good, and he's got more Zerglings waiting for round 2. So he's like, yo, your Banshee's gonna leave? I'm gonna run in with round 2. He's even going melee on these Zerglings, the Savage, and he runs in again. Oh, he splits some Zerglings to get the SCV there, stops it from walling off. He's gonna try and run up there. The SCVs cannot get inside. And CLEM'S toast, guys. He's literally dead to a big old Ling Flood. Very well executed by Dark. Enough Lings at home to surround the Hellions and just dive on him, because you know that Clem likes going very deep with the Hellions, and so he gives you that opportunity very reliably because he's used to playing defensive Zergs that want to build the bare minimum number of those Zerglings. And that's why he risks going deep on creep, because he gets away with it. But in this game, he gets surrounded on the creep and gets flooded at home. 4th base on the way, Baneling Nest. Melee is done. 2 Evo chambers are up. Dark just getting into a full-on setup for Ling Bane. And 2 Banshees. They need to kill at least 25 workers to get some damage done here. No transfuses available right now. Does get 1 queen, but not worth losing a Banshee. Ooh, barely gets out of there. Very well done by Clem. Of course, Clem's going to try and fight from behind here with his triple orbital, but with no wall off. Don't see that going well. Zergling's going to run in. He's going to try and unload on those Zerglings. Does some hot pickup micro quite nicely. Will the Widowmine die? Oh my god, it barely survives. Good micro by Clem. Very good micro. But he's got to use so much micro just to stay alive right now. 37 SDVs versus 70 drones. Hydroden on the way here as Dark is on 5 gases. 4th base getting saturated. He's got double upgrades on the way. He stops, of course, on 69 workers. Cancel that drone, you piece of shit. Don't you dare ruin the meme number. Damn it. Gamer numbers. Whoa. Whoa. Ow. That Widowmine friendly fires the Marines there. Banshee's going to try and defend this, but look at this. Even the mining time, so worth it right now for Dark. Picking off Marines and Widowmines as they pop individually. Banshee is the only thing keeping him alive. His Marines get hit by Banelings, and Clem has to tap. A quick and dominating 2-0 lead here for Dark. Well, he's getting dominated, guys. In the top right, it's the French boy, Liquid Clem. He needs to win the next 3 maps in a row, and he's decided, well, Proxy Racks is where it's at. My opponent's being a cheeky dickhead. I need some momentum in this series. I need to throw him off balance. And he's going to be sneaking down the far left side of the map for a Proxy Barracks. So he's going to go bam, and then another one here. Might leave a choke point between them. Waiting for that depot to finish. This is double 15 racks, guys. First one goes down. Do you think he leaves a single space gap so we can pop Marines in it? Da-da-da-da. Oh! Oh, it's a Reaper build. He went Barracks Gas. Ooh, it's a 2 racks Reaper. 2 racks Proxy Reaper. Ooh. Oh, and Dark, of course, not drone scouting. He never does. Most top pros don't. They let the Overlord scout. But he at least sends his Overlord straight across the map. So he should get some warning that there's no expansion. It's not going to be very early, though, is it? The Reapers will probably already be on their way in at that point. Spawning pool is going to go down after the gas. Spawning pool went down at 1 minute 13. Not too bad. Not the most perfect timing, but good enough. 1 minute 13. Orbital Command Center and a Reaper. And another Reaper will be going in shortly. So this is going to be a Command Center behind this. Yeah. Interesting. So he goes Depot, of course, for now. And that barracks finishes. You don't quite have the 50 gas straight away. You get it just a second after that barracks finishes. Now his SCV is going to run in. He's going to try and build a bunker. I don't think that Overlord saw the SCV come in. Oh, if he gets a bunker up, that's huge. Oh, that is huge because it then controls the area in front of these ledges. And remember, there's already 2 ledges to worry about, which is pretty massive. That bunker's already halfway built. He only needs 17 more seconds build time on that, and it's finished. Spinecrawler goes down instantly from Dark as he sees no Overlord up there. And he knows that the Marine Rush would have already hit, so he knew it was Reapers the moment when he saw no command center. And here we go. The Zergling's going after that Reaper. He already loses 1 drone. Good snipe there by Clem. He's got the bunker to fall back on. The Spinecrawler, very necessary here for Dark. Look at that. Another drone goes down. And those Zerglings taking damage. Reaper's doing some really nice damage right now. Just picking off anything they can. But Ling Speed has started. And the moment that kicks in, you could be in trouble here. Factory is building behind it, but he's misplaced it. No. I think that's... Oh, I think there is a space between it. Drone gets sniped. Oh, he almost loses a Reaper, guys. Now, Spinecrawler can do pretty well here. Oh, he bounces the Queens. Very cute. And he sells the bunker. Gets rid of that. Now, you can still jump up and down here and do damage. And you can still bounce those Queens, right? On the ramp especially. Oh, very nice micro from Clem. He's going to get at least 1 drone down here. Spinecrawler will move to the low ground. Ling Speed's almost ready. So it looks like this is mostly over. I mean, he's going to get some more damage. Spines take a while, of course, to actually root. I wouldn't have minded him committing there to do a lot more damage on that Spine. I don't know, man. Still feels like a very hard spot for Dark, who's on 17 workers right now. And he's built a lot of Zerglings, so as long as Clem plays passive, just chills at home. Oh, he's actually got... Does he not have a hole in the wall? Am I imagining things? I'm pretty sure there's an opening there, guys. Yeah, look at this. Like, this is all overlapping. And then, yeah, he realizes that, you know, that doesn't even seal the wall. There's still a diagonal there. I think. I'm pretty sure that units, Lings can still go in. Oh, man, this is weird. All right, he's going to try and take a third. Is Dark. He'll try and recover. Command Center, of course, only halfway done for Terran. But he's still building Reapers right now. With Hellions added to those, though, Hellion Reaper will ruin the Zerglings. The question is... Will the Zerglings fight him front on, or will he see the Hellions and the Reapers move out and then backstab him? Now notice he's staying out of the vision, so Dark doesn't see him there. So Dark might get baited into committing. It's a trap! Oh, the SCV's running down though. That's kind of bad for Clem. So it does present some kills there for Dark. But how many? 1, 2, 3. Okay, he gets 3 and a full scout off. Oh, SCV is going to go for some surrounds. They do get him there. Clem's going to, of course, have to reset the mining in the main. He's going to boost the medevac across. More Zerglings going for the run by... Oh, this is a problem. And look, once again, really bad Hellion rally, guys. Really bad Hellion rally. Dark will catch you when you least expect it. You've got to take extra safety precautions. Clem's going to get his Hellion surrounded one more time. Look at this. Oh, no. Dark actually pulls back there. He's waiting for him to be a little distracted. He runs in now. Oh, okay. 3 SCVs will go down there. The Hellion Reaper going to be able to kill the 3rd base, though, which is kind of cool. He's actually going to pick up and try... Oh, the opening in the wall! The opening in the wall that I talked about, guys! Oh, what a dumb way to lose the grand finals! Oh no, Clem's opening was so good. He's just going to die to Ling run bys. Oh no. Oh, that Hellion is in a really sick spot. I guess the Zerglings can't really chase in there. Oh, he didn't even get the kill on the 3rd. He didn't even get the kill on the 3rd. Oh my lord. Okay, this is... just no. Oh, damn. Terran players, avert your eyes. Shut your kids' eyes. Don't let them watch. Nobody should have to watch this savagery. At least he will get the wall off up. Right? Right! Okay, fine. Okay, the barracks barely gets down in time. Oh my god. Okay, so these Zerglings will try to come home. Hellion Reaper is going to have to dance around. They have to avoid the Spine. Spine plus Transfuse, too much there. He should go around the right side, I think. He's going to try and fight this. The Lings are going to fight off creep. This is a bad fight for Dark, I think. Unless getting us around is just that sick. Oh, Dark the Savage takes the craziest of fights. It was unnecessary fight as well, I think. I don't know, man. It's equal workers on both sides. And now there's a 6 Reaper plus Hellion drop going in the main. Marines should be able to kill that Overlord if they don't derp too badly. We'll keep that one selected in the bottom right. You guys can see if it goes down. And it looks like it actually got out of there, guys. Oh, no. He's going to lift the barracks. Yeah, he gets out. Oh my god. Okay, so this game's not over. Dark's hatch very easily sniped later on, but I don't know if he's going to let that happen. 31 drones to 35 SCVs. I think that fight with the Zerglings around was a really big mistake for Dark. And, oh, the medevac survives. He's just going to pull back, repair this up. Third command center's on the way. He's building tanks. He's building a bunker. More engineering bays. Now, 3 barracks tank bio could do good, but you're up against what is already a quick melee upgrade. Still don't know why Dark is bothering with that melee upgrade. I feel like in both games it's kicked in after his Lings have already done all the damage they wanted to. But it does indicate he's going to play Lingbane Hydra. Oh, the Reapers, the Alien trying to pull back here to the choke point. Good medevac micro. I really want to see that medevac get repaired, man. That medevac's been a hero. We've already seen 95 Zerglings die in this game for 8 Hellions and 3 Reapers. Of course, Zerglings are very cheap units, but not the most efficient play from Dark. It's the leveraging now into this third base economy, which gives me hope for him. I don't actually know who's ahead and behind. Great creep spread for Dark. 4th hatch, and he's got, I think, a bit more map control with the number of Zerglings he's got out. He is up in supply. But, I mean, there's 3 barracks coming. Stim will be done soon. 1-1's on the way. Like, all the normal pieces are getting underway for Clem. Oh! Loses the Alien. But he's going to take out these new creep tumors. So not too bad there. At least his scan's somewhat worthwhile. 9 more drones on the way. Dark trying to catch up in that economy. And I say catch up, well, more like maintain his lead, I guess. Third base is floating down now. He swapped over to a reactor with the factory, so he's pumping Widow Mines rather than tanks. So Clem's just got 1 tank on the high ground. That's going to cover his third from Ling run buys. Now the Reaper's actually very hard to kill. Remember that Reapers have 60 life, guys. So the Marines only have 45 life right now. The Reapers have 60 life, so it's a lot harder for Zerglings to actually kill when they're in a little pack like that. And look, he can come in. He might even get quite a few SCVs, but probably not too many. Bit of friendly fire, but only gets about 5 SCVs there. I mean, it's not bad. It's good trade for a handful of Zerglings. Spine Crawler plus Mass Queen, though. That is a fantastic thing, you know. 1 big spine just being worshipped by 10 queens at once does keep it up. The Zerglings come in for the surround again. I'm not sure. Okay. Dark's been taking some crazy engagements, man. Hydra Den's down, though. 63 drones versus 57 workers. Infrastructure I thought would be missing for Clem, but he's actually on 5 barracks. Gets a second factory started. His armory's on the way, so we'll be able to start 2-2 in a little while. Of course, +2 melee got started, but Dark has not remembered to start Carapace just yet. He was, of course, off timing with those upgrades. They were starting at different times, so it's hard to remember to kind of double check perfectly and start both of them. Now the good creep through the middle, but this game could go either way. I could see this game going either way. Big question for me is how good is Dark's Hydra game, Hydra Lingbane game. These Zerglings continuing to run on in there and see what they can do. He just redrops there, takes out a Baneling and a creep tumor. Still 1 active tumor survives. Marines down the right side clean up a Zergling before getting intercepted. Zergling's happy to find 4 Marines in the open, that's for sure. Marine Widow Mine is going to push forward this way, just kind of creating a bit of an avenue into the creep up the guts of Dark. Scans this bottom side as well. Does clean up some creep tumors. Just picks up, not taking any chances with this anymore. Not trying to hold his ground and kill a few Zerglings. Ouch. Spork really gets some damage on the medevac. On the left side, of course, the Hydra's coming forward. Widow Mine shooting on a single Zergling there. Does need to have some Overseers out. No Overseers right now for Dark. Does click on the correct medevacs there. Makes sure that they do get picked up. Meanwhile, Dark, of course, focusing down the low hit point one. Dark's really pursuing him, not letting him just redrop and engage again, but actually hounding him and really harassing him on the retreat. Oh, decent Widow Mines there. Very good Marine micro from Clem. And Clem, remember, his 4th base is finishing right now. He'll be floating that over in a little while, getting some good hits off. He's got a drop in the bottom left as well. That's going to come in again. The Queens are kind of caught out there off creep. I do think that army could come in for Clem still. Look at the units lost, Abby's been so much more efficient. Dark has been a bit cavalier with his engagements. He's on Mass Ling Hydra right now, a wild little army. Look at this arc of queens. Look like they're doing okay, but the Widowmines are going to force them to micro back. You know what? He actually killed the Medivacs. The queens just did a fantastic job. He killed the Medivacs, mass transfused, ate a crazy amount of damage without losing the queens, but if he loses them now, it's all for naught. You've got to keep them up. These are his only queens. He's not injecting his hatcheries. He's not dropping creep right now. Oh, friendly fire mine gets some Zerglings, but probably got even more damage on the Marines. Those ones will pick up and retreat, but Clem, he's got a 4th base up, and his parade is not finishing. His 2-2 finishes in 12 seconds. He's got to wait for those upgrades before he gets in there, guys. Drop in the right side, will pull back from the Hydras. He's pushing in the left at the same time. Clem is all over it. And now, at the moment the game starts to look more like a normal TVZ, Clem says, I am the best TVZ in the world. Maru, hold my beer. I'll show you how it's done, mate. Maru kind of splutters and spits a bit of his drink out saying, who won? Who won like 4 of the last bunch of Premier tournaments, mate? Who? Maru, of course, being probably pretty undisputed as best player in the world right now after his recent performances. But Clem, when he gets in the driver's seat, this moment, this point in the TVZ, this is where he just seems so ridiculous. And he does make it feel like it's almost like a skill difference sometimes, even against the best players, if you let him play his game. Oh, that Widow Mine! The Widow Mine slaughtered his own units. So many Marines went down there, but Clem, he realizes the moment those Banes are gone, he might be able to get on top. If he gets rid of the Hydras, he wins. Watch out for the Overseer friendly fire! Watch out for the Overseer friendly fire! Dark pulls it on top. Clem, you gotta watch out for that, buddy. I mean, a lot of Overseers do go down, but you could see the way Dark was like, well, okay, if you want to be this aggressive, I will drag your own Widow Mines into your army with the Overseers. Clem does have a 5th command center starting now, as well as his 6th, 7th, 8th barracks. He's just been doing all of this off 2 base production so far. 5 barracks, 2 factories. I guess that the 2nd factory makes it kind of 3 base production, but still rather limited production. Did we just see him accidentally put a tech lab there? Yes, we did. Accidentally lifted off his barracks to the tech lab. He's going to build that again. And you know what, guys? Dark trying to stabilize, but he's hanging on for dear life. This base and this base both looking very exposed. He's going to push up the guts as Clem. He doesn't have much support here. And the Medevac's a little behind. Oof. Almost gets hit by the Banelings. Widow Mine drop. Oh, shoots the eggs. Not the best. Hello, my name is Widow Mine. Just getting 3 drones there. Not too bad. I think he got 1 drone with that splash and 2 with that one. Another big push on the left. Clem pauses for a moment. Starts his upgrades. He's got all sorts of tech coming down. Ghost Academy. But he hasn't actually killed Dark yet. And remember, he needs to win not just this game, but 2 more in a row after this. This game may have started as an absolute hellhole for the Terran, but he's turned it into something more approximating a normal game, and a game which he's in charge of. He's floating his 5th base out now. More command centers on the way. Oh, the Queen's in the open. Queen's in the open. He burrows, he unburrows. He targets the Lurker with the Widow Mines to ensure they do not friendly fire his own units. Very well done. Make sure it dies. Yes, 3 Widow Mines, a bit overkill for 1 Lurker, but he just wanted to ensure there was no friendly fire in that one. And those Widow Mines not quite able to fire there before they do get taken down. He's going to have to scan. And look at that. Great moves. Gets the Lurker. These Queens will go down. And that is huge. Goodbye, Queens. Goodbye, Lurker. And goodbye, 5th base. Dark does get a full medevac down on the disengage. Oh, get out of there. That was a nasty angle. Those 3 Lurker spines coming in from different angles onto his blob of bio, but he reacts very quickly. 5th base on the left side finally finishes erecting its twin Ibex cannon. Pokes its little guns out there. Gets ready, of course, to defend any counterattacks from Dark. Rotation through the middle. And no creep allowed on this map. There is 1 Queen on this map right now for Dark. Dark does have 5 hatcheries, but still 5 hatcheries, only 1 Queen. Not necessarily the best production. He can't massling Bane, or he won't be able to spend his money. That being said, 84 drones, but not that many bases to mine from. The 4th base in the left, super important right now, but he also needs to get this base back up. Oh, Clem goes for a very scary engagement there. Zerglings can't really chase him into the Widow Mines. Both sides have to back off. I'd like to see Clem pull this army down and push in here, but there's lurkers there as well. Oh, Dark's going for a big run by. Clem doesn't know about it right now. Clem does not know about it. Accidentally blows up some Banelings on the rocks. Bit of a mistake there. Cloak Ghosts on the way. Liberators as well. This attack could do huge damage. He's going to send a few Zerglings in for now. See exactly what he's going into. And we'll drag a few of those Widow Mines into the SCVs. The Bio Army trying to make its way back right now. The Lurkers are there. He's got to watch out for those big old Lurker spines. And you can see the way he positions. He expects the Ling Bane to come in. He's got to pull back from the Ling Bane. And he does just that. SCVs will be getting eviscerated. A few of them have already escaped though. Bio Ghost comes in from the left side as well. He's going to come in from the bottom, the left, every single which way. The Ling Bane getting on top there. The Ghost with a lovely spread. He scans and snipes, taking down the Lurkers. And it seems like a glorious hold until you realize that Dark is not done. He wants this NA weekly tournament. He wants it. He wants that $250 first prize. He wants those extra 10 ESL Pro Tour points. He's going to kill the base on the left side. Dark is not going to give up easily, mate. And Clem, it looked like he was winning this game. Suddenly, losing that base as well as 18 SCVs. Everything's in disarray for him. He's trying to snipe down these Lurkers. But guess what? Dark's reclaimed his fifth. Dark's back in the driver's seat. Dark's got a big army. Where's the rest of the Bio? It's nowhere to be seen. His army is simply not here right now. The Liberator desperately trying to turn around and defend. There's so much Ling Bane. Oh, a great Widow Mine. Clears out a lot of the Zerglings. There's a lot more Banelings where that came from, though. Hot pickup. Very nice hot pickup on some of those units. Unfortunately for him, though, the Lurkers. The Lurkers are on top of his rally right now, and I think Dark is just broken in both sides. Very low on supply. This is a little bit of a desperate push for Dark, because he's thrown everything he has at Clem, but it was desperate but effective. And look at that. Oh, he's just unable to get rid of these Lurkers, man. And look at that. The snipes keep getting interrupted. The Liberator got a few shots off. SCVs are being pulled away from the Zergling Hydra that's coming in on the right side. Oh, my lord. And Dark. Oh, my god. He looked like he was dead. And then just one big thrust through the middle. Clem gave up his map control. For just a minute there, he didn't realize. He was so used to being on the offense. He didn't realize there was a gap in his vision. So that move completely shocked him. Completely surprised. And that's this move here. Clem's like, yep, I'm controlling, I'm pushing. And he actually caught a glimpse of it on the watchtower. But look at that. He's occupied by the changelings, which actually distracted him, and they stole his vision. So he couldn't see it. So he's staring here, dealing with changelings, distracted. Then he goes, oh, how'd they get there? Oh, shit. There's Mass Zergling. We're watching from Clem's camera right now, guys. And he's like, oh no, and there's Lurkers. And you can see he was just caught completely off guard by this. He was maxed, but if Lurkers get between you and your economy, and you have to attack into Lurker Baneling, we see how bad it becomes and how hard it is to micro that correctly. And then the moment you're out of position, look, the Lings, the Lurkers, they run down that left side of the map, and they just collapse on this left side, and really great positioning and great counter thrust from Dark, getting himself back into this game and basically winning the game with just one tight sequence. A good old surprise punch on the right, another punch to follow it up on the left, and that was basically game. Bloody well played by Dark, mate. Bloody well played. 3-0 over Clem. What a goddamn legend. GG, well played.